You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
I am back. Rodrance for Black and White Sports 2. Well, we're going to talk about Trey Lance because we got some breaking news in and around Trey Lance. I'm wondering how many 49ers fans at this point are kind of wondering about the drafting prowess, at least in the first round, of one John Lynch, which I don't know if I want to put this all on John Lynch because a lot of people believe that Kyle Shanahan far and away carries the most weight. But it's also pretty well known that Kyle Shanahan wanted Mac Jones and not Trey Lance. Now, right, wrong, or indifferent, even though Mac Jones' second year was pretty bad, please see coaching, there's no doubt his first year was far and away better than anything that Trey Lance has done. And a lot of people, including myself, believe Mac Jones was sort of drawn up and created in a lab as somebody perfect to run Kyle Shanahan's system. Well, right, wrong, or indifferent, Trey Lance has been a nightmare. He's been injured, and when he has gotten a chance to perform, it hasn't looked good. And I can't even say he's really flashed. He's maybe had, 3 to 4 really good plays, really nice plays since becoming a 49er. I mean, talk about like jaw dropping. But the feeling was they thought they were drafting a dual threat quarterback. I have heard that once the Niners got him in the training camp, they realized, oh crap, he's really not that fast. Okay, this guy's not the dual threat guy we thought he was. Okay, yeah, could he run? Yeah, but not like they thought. Once again, this goes back, and I've banged this drum on this channel. Do not draft a quarterback that's really and truly only played one season in college football, or less than, let's say, 18 games, or less than 20 games. Don't do it. Draft a quarterback that's played 20, 25, 30, 32 games. I mean, extensive experience. That's why I keep banging the drum. Hendon Hooker, Dorian Thompson-Robinson. These guys has played a lot of college football and has that good size, right? They've thrown a lot of passes in college, all right? There's just something about those guys. Mac Jones played a lot of games, right? Brock Purdy played a ton of games. A ton of games. The old Bill Parcells scenario checked all the boxes on the list. Now, of course, you're going to get Trey Lance lovers in here. I'm a Niners fan, okay? I hate to say I've been out on him since the beginning, but the moment I heard the pick could end up being Trey Lance, I just started shaking my head because I was like, this is not it. And here we are now. The story is breaking. It's now rumbling around. The Niners are fielding calls for Trey Lance. Teams are calling them. The thing about this, though, is the 49ers are listening. They are officially listening, okay? Which is interesting because we don't know exactly where Brock Purdy's going to be, but it seems like the Niners may be content to have Brock Purdy and Sam Darnold on this roster. Now, who knows? Could they draft a quarterback? Maybe. High? Probably not. Probably not. According to NFL Media's Ian Rappaport, the San Francisco 49ers has been fielding calls about a potential trade for Lance. Rappaport's Wednesday morning reporting does not mention any teams with interest and notes no trade is imminent. The draft is approaching, guys. But with the 49ers making it clear that Brock Purdy is likely the club starter when he's healthy, teams have inquired about Lance. Both head coach Kyle Shanahan and general manager John Lynch said at the annual league meeting last month that the 49ers would listen to a potential deal for anyone, but that doesn't mean they would be inclined to make a trade. While the 49ers made a blockbuster trade to move up to the number 3 overall pick in 2021, Lance has not played much for the club. Jimmy Garoppolo remained the starter when Lance was a rookie, and while Lance took over at QB1 heading into 2022. He suffered a broken ankle in week 2 and missed the rest of the season. Purdy took over after Garoppolo had a season-ending foot injury. Good God, Kyle, protect these quarterbacks. And is now the incumbent starter. Purdy's rehab from his elbow surgery is going well, with the quarterback saying last week everything is going as planned. That could allow the 49ers some flexibility when it comes to potentially trading Lance. San Francisco also signed Sam Darnold. Lance has appeared in 8 games, 4 starts, 55% completion percentage. I think that is the one stat that is probably driving Kyle Shanahan up a tree. I just got that feeling. An inaccurate passer, I think Kyle Shanahan believes there's no excuse for it in the NFL. In this day and time, when they don't play defense like they used to because you're not allowed to, right? 55% for just under 800 yards, 5 TDs, 3 interceptions. So, this comes around. This is the same report, multiple teams. And I was trying to see if there was any nuggets about potential teams, because the one I keep hearing the most about is no trade is imminent. Okay, that's the same story. So, the one I keep hearing the most about, because of the Rand Carthon connection, Trey Lance to the Titans. Okay, now, kind of odd because you just drafted Malik Willis and you got Ryan Tannehill. So what's going to happen there? Do they already know that Malik Willis is a bust that quick? By the way, he was drafted in the 3rd. Do you remember how the media was hyping up Malik Willis as a first-round pick? Be careful with Anthony Richardson. I'm telling you. Yeah, these quarterbacks are media created right now. Trey Lance was among those media creations. Make no mistake, okay? So watch the Titans, and maybe something will happen, and we will get some assets back. I've seen somebody say 2 second-round picks. I believe if the Niners can get 2 second-round picks for Trey Lance, you pull the trigger at record speed, because I can't imagine why anybody would give up more than, say, 1/5 for him right now, or 6th, or 7th. I mean, you have no idea what this is, right? So, there's just not been enough there for me to see anything that makes me think Trey Lance is potentially a viable starter later on. Now, let's get to Michael Thomas, of course, what was a superstar wide receiver for the Saints, and he's been injured. It's been injury-plagued, and it's been ugly the last 3 seasons. But my God, the first 4 for Thomas, 1,137 yards, 1,245 yards, 1,405 yards, 1,725 yards. He's got 6,100 yards and 35 TDs. What a shame that he has missed so much time. This guy was flying towards the Hall of Fame. 3 Pro Bowls, 2 All-Pros, and was AP Offensive Rookie of the Year. I mean, no, my bad. 2019 AP Offensive Player of the Year. My bad, my apologies. So, he posted a pretty cool video, and I wanted to show it. I told you guys I used to, well, I still am big into weightlifting, but I don't do the powerlifting side anymore. But we've got a pretty damn cool video of him deadlifting 530 pounds. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. Do I kind of expect most NFL players could pull a 530? Yeah. Is this not with a straight bar? No. But it's still impressive. And at his height, which means he's going to have longer legs, this is pretty impressive. It is. So, let's check him out right here. This is Michael Thomas. And you might be like, really? We're watching him deadlift? There's another part of this video, okay? Don't worry. All right. So, I mean, the kid's pretty strong. He's pretty strong, right? Leave it to the NFL to turn anything into a clown show. They summoned him for a drug test after, now they called it a monster deadlift, but it's a sizable deadlift, and the NFL decided to pop him over it. It's kind of nuts. It's kind of nuts. So let's get to this. It would appear Thomas is pretty close to being all the way back when you consider he posted a video of himself deadlifting 530 pounds. Look, if he's healthy this year, I expect him to bounce back with Derek Carr. Now, bounce back to the point that he was at, I don't know. But put up some solid numbers, yeah. That clip quickly made the rounds. He went viral. 1.1 million is viral. And it's safe to assume it came to the attention of someone in the NFL's front office when you consider Thomas posted a screenshot of a text informing him that he had been selected to submit a drug test to screen for performance-enhancing drugs. I mean, come on. It's nuts. Let's see if we can look at that. Right here, I guess. Yeah. Michael, this is Gary on behalf of the NFL. You have been selected for an off-season PES, Performance Enhancing Substance Urine Test tomorrow morning. Please contact me. I mean, come on. It's nuts. Now, you might be like, this is sort of a strange thing, right? DK Metcalf, remember that crazy-ass catch we ended up seeing him make on video? He got drug tested right after he made the catch. It's nuts. A.J. Brown joked about the supposedly random nature of screenings after Will Levis showed off his impressive physical transformation ahead of the NFL draft. And I know a lot of people were sort of on Will Levis about how much muscle he's got coming out of the draft. And they're like, how well has that ever translated for a quarterback? I don't know. I'm all over the place on Will Levis, to be honest with you. He could be anywhere from a star to a full-on bust. I don't know. Or something in between. He's definitely got the size. He had a great year before last, but you get the point. That's neither here nor there. I mean, this is nuts. You know, every time somebody shows off and they're doing something online, here comes Roger Goodell in the NFL to pee all over their parade with a damn drug test. I thought it was a clown-like act from the NFL to drug test DK Metcalf after that spectacular just show-off catch that he was doing farting around. And this guy pulls a 530, which, by the way, at his size, to me seems completely feasible and not even out of the ordinary. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's plenty of weight. It's heavy, and it's impressive. But if you would have asked me, I would have said, you know, he could probably pull 580, maybe 6. I don't know. You know, I mean, these are NFL players, and they're strong. So I find that odd, and I don't love it from the NFL. I don't. My God, drug test everybody all the time for every little thing. I get it if you have true suspicion, but because they got a viral video doing a 530 on a deadlift with that kind of bar, nah, I just don't see that being worthy of drug testing. I think it's something that an NFL player in good shape should probably feasibly be able to do. Right? I mean, how many running backs? I bet every running back in the league can pull a 530. And probably do it, especially if they're under 6 foot, pretty easy. That's just my guess. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.